Princeton, Illinois. Ryan Field and home to the Northwestern Wildcats, where it will be a sea of purple as the fans are more than ready for this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Wide open, he makes the catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. It's complete. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They move the tight end all over. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Well, they've gotten him down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to power it in, and they swarm him under.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opener.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
And the Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They weren't able to move them an inch on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. And with that, they bring... snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll just... They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he could... From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. He's... The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Terrell. Snags it! And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he takes it to Mouse. Touchdown! Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Motion from the offense. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Movement here from the tight end. They'll throw it on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. You can see it on the... Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and... Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Working the middle, it's complete. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And he motors into the end zone. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. No room to return, but no. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. And they did not let him reach.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it. This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Ohio State's offense takes the field for the first time today. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV, two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there, closing the gap with the wide receiver. And completing the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get into the ground for a minimum gain.
Handoff to the single running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that line over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it.
What great discipline show by the defense. My job's contained. You're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job, staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for second down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there and create a TFL.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Lets it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy. And make him think about running the football in the future.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We talked a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 30, mark down at 5 after the 10-yard gain. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll run it to the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. And I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Fast motion from the offense. Shotgun snap on third down. Got his man quickly. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew work the double team.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads it left. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting. Right now they got the run and they got the pass working, so this
Let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gets open down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. Now the play fake. Now sliding to his left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
Don't call him a quarterback. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on that.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Trying to get to him. He's got it. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. He wants to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
On fourth down, going to the air. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know that shot down the field is incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. A little bit more juice because you know you feed them, so I would keep taking deep shots.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Run on a blitz, and nobody's home except that.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he was really good with routes. Nice hands. You saw
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. 6.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation of the time. Just hit the guy in stride so he can get to the catch and get the end zone. Nice job by the quarterback.
yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team. And Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got it back. That last drive stalled out and they stuffed on fourth down.
Yeah, together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue to
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Snap from the gun on third down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Man, that D tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
Man, that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives going. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Off he goes. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And Reese, you can call him whatever you want to call him. You can call him a wide receiver. Nowadays, you can also call him a running back. These guys get the football so much. You hand him the football like this, and you can see why. When he's got jets like that to turn on the jets and just smoke people, those angles are just erased. You can see. That's why you get this guy the football as much as you can.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Got a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it again. Using his feet to buy time. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake. Fires left. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
He's looking to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the 1st half. We stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And the extra point is good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown. Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to move it through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Quick strike complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the stick. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They were willing to spin that wheel of territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Slater.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The give to the back. And the Wolverines get enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying play action. Using his legs to buy some time. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being physical. I hear it a lot in football. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Tackle is made after the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll pull it on the read. Smashes through. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. A loose football in the end zone, and the defense there to pounce on it for 6. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays like we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. The tag. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Holds it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Another. This guy just can't find his own players. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he... himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. No! They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more Should have ran a better route.
This time he's got his man.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in force, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Quarterback will audible. From the gun on third down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.